I'm doing this behalf like my colleagues, Subhash and Joseph. So all of them just trying to explain what they have been doing in this particular framework. So, well, this is like the AI-LM framework, and this is an initiative from Samsung. So what they have been trying to do is that they have been trying to put it AI and LM workload flows and functions in ORAN, and they're using open source technologies. So as you can see in this diagram, they're using, they're touching several existing components, and they're putting things to train and store ML models. So in talking about the current architecture that they are proposing, most of those things are touching SMO in sense like, as you can see, for example, they are using, for storing the information, they are using data lakes like InfluxDB or the KServe, which is an CNCF program. Also proposing using Kubeflow. And those are some of the things that they are like proposing and creating this particular framework, which is in this gray box. So I guess like the best way to try to understand like how this workflow works, I'm just going to try to go through the different phases. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to register the model. And the second thing is like obviously initiate the training process. And the last thing is like deploying that training model into KServe to make it available and start making some predictions. So this is like a quick overview what we're going to do. So probably the first phase, before jumping to the first phase, I just want to give a quick information about what we have. Like this is like some portion of the information that we are going to train the model. So what we are going to try to predict is like the values on the in the red box, so which is a PDCD bytes UI and PDC CP bytes download DI. So, okay, so the first thing is like just trying to register the model. So once that this framework is in place, like we have all the components and we have to start like working during this particular process. So the first actor, which is going to be the R app, is going to request the register of the model, and that's going to start storing information in the model DB. As you can see, well, the first thing is obviously it's like a CUR request or like a REST API call. This particular call is like obviously this is requesting who is requesting the creation of the model. Obviously, we need like an ID and the feature list. Like as I mentioned before, we have two things that we are going to predict. In this particular case, I am putting in this particular red box. So this is the initial step 0, which is like requesting the registration of the model. Obviously, the training manager is going to receive that request and start like initiating the data extraction, but also for that particular step, we need to trigger another call. Like in this particular case, what I'm showing here is we're using the UI. So in this particular case, we have to match the model name that we have registered before, and we have to start like mentioning all the different parameters, like where is like the name of the bucket and the different hyperparameters that is going to be used for the training. The next step is something that is happening behind the scenes. It's going to start like extracting the information from the data lake. So as mentioned before, in this case, we are using InfluxDB, and that's the first step. Is like just registering the model. So the next thing is once that we have the model registered, what we are going to do is we are going to request the training. So for this again, the Air app is going to start the request to the training portion. So as you can see, the step number 3 is like, this is going to request Kubeflow to start like using all that information, and once that all the training model is ready and train it, is going to be stored in a object storage service. Like in this particular case, we are using LeoFS, and that's where we are going to store like the train model for like a later usage. So, and the last thing, and probably the most important, is like the model retrieval. This particular process is we're going to start using the model that we have trained before. And again, in this particular case, the training manager is like the major responsible for that. Is going to start a request to the K server. So with the particular Kubernetes reference model. So the only thing that we have to take care here is like we have to specify where is going to, where is the location of the object that is going to pull it and start like training or like putting the information in the runtime. And that once that we have this information, we can start making some predictions. So as you can see, once that we have all the information there, so we can submit like a curl request with the 10 values, and in that way we can get like a 11 predicted value with all the information that we have previously defined before. So, well, this is basically this demo. I don't know if we have time for playing, but basically it's just putting everything what I have said in action. So probably it's pretty hard to see it, but yeah, it's just like seeing all these particular calls, and basically is doing exactly what I have mentioned before, like filling the information of the UI and all these things. I'm just going to skip that and go into the next slides, which are more about like the particular things that the team has been accomplished. Like, well, regarding the project, like it has like their own wiki entry. So this is the important links that you can get it. There is an installation guide. So when you can walk through and see all the different steps and how can you also do exactly the same demo. This is the source code in case that you want to install it and play around. And they have like a bi-weekly meetings on Tuesdays when everybody is encouraged to participate and propose new things. Things that they have accomplished in this particular iRelease is like, well, obviously in selection and cover factoring that we can see it, but also they have exposed many workflow services like a training, registration, discover, and storage. And obviously the advanced feature selection. So for the next release and things that they are working, and they are more open to discussion, especially federal learning, performance. So they are also considering like some ways to improve the energy saving. As any particular open source, like there's more like enhancements in terms like cover factoring, like installation. So there are some issues currently in the JIRA, so where you can take a look and you can also participate in the discussions. But that's pretty much, and that's it.
Any questions to Victor? Anybody? Okay. Then we have come to the closure of this workshop. So thanks a lot to everybody. Thanks to where is David? Do we see him? Okay. Okay. So it was a good initiative from both ORAN SC and also the support from OAI leadership. Irfan, who is not here. I think Irfan is here. Okay, both are missing. So I would like to thank everyone for staying until the end of this workshop. Thanks a lot. I would like to reiterate the request made by the speakers. Please come and join the ORNSC project. We need contributors then. Okay, so thank you so much, and have a good conference for the next 2 days then.